definitely take issue with a number of decisions that Donald Trump makes, especially when it comes to the people that he decides to appoint to very important positions, including.
Inside the hearing room, Representative Jasmine Crockett looked directly at the head of the FBI and told him he was the least qualified director in the agency's history. It is a harsh assessment, but it is rooted in his resume. Kash Patel has never served as an agent, a field operative, or in any traditional law enforcement capacity. He secured the position based on his loyalty to the president. That is a stark departure for a massive organization of 35,000 employees, which has historically operated with strict insulation from partisan politics. The oversight hearing exposed an absolute divide. Republicans praised his arrest metrics and disruptive management style, while Democrats warned that the agency is collapsing from within. To cut through the political theater, we have to evaluate the agency's actual health using an institutional stress test. This framework measures 3 load-bearing pillars: internal stability, operational competency, and fiscal integrity. By applying this pressure to Patel's tenure, we can see if the foundation of American law enforcement is holding firm or if it is cracking. We start with internal stability. According to whistleblower accounts, upon taking office, Patel immediately targeted career FBI officials. He removed experienced personnel to clear the way for political loyalists. This chart illustrates the devastating consequence of that purge. Mapping the loss of experienced personnel against the agency's projected recovery reveals a staggering 14-year timeline just to replace the institutional knowledge and fix the resulting staffing shortage. The climax of this internal crisis arrived during the oversight hearing, courtesy of Representative Ted Lieu. Lieu cornered the director by playing an audio recording of Patel's own voice. In the clip, Patel made statements that directly contradicted his sworn testimony about maintaining political neutrality. When human resources are weaponized to enforce personal loyalty over independent law enforcement, the first pillar of institutional stability completely fails. For the second pillar, operational competency, Patel pointed to his street-level metrics. He claimed his reallocation of resources has led to massive sweeps of cartel members, gang affiliates, and immigration violators. But the true test of executive competency came during a crisis: the nationwide manhunt for the killer of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk. During the active investigation, Patel took to social media to announce that a suspect was in custody. He was incorrect, forcing a public retraction and muddying a highly sensitive public safety operation. Reports later revealed that while agents were racing to track down the killer, Patel was dining at a high-end New York restaurant and berating veteran investigators over the phone for failing to provide immediate updates. The rank-and-file agents are still executing arrests, but at the executive level, procedural discipline has eroded into performative distraction. The second pillar is buckling. The final pillar is fiscal integrity. This inquiry was not launched by a political rival, but through a private letter from Senator Chuck Grassley, a staunch GOP ally who demanded a massive bicameral investigation into the director's spending. The investigation uncovered highly questionable expenditures, beginning with the purchase of a fleet of luxury armored BMWs, specifically for the director's use. It also detailed heavy use of government aircraft for international trips that closely resembled sightseeing tours. Sources reported VIP snorkeling excursions in Hawaii and taxpayer-funded helicopter rides across East Asia. When questioned about a $100,000 trip to the Milan Olympics, Patel claimed he was pursuing a cybercriminal. However, that suspect had already been locked up in Italian custody for 7 months prior to the event. Treating the top law enforcement budget as a personal expense account shatters the final pillar of fiscal integrity. Facing this scrutiny, Patel attempted to deflect. He promised unprecedented transparency regarding the closely guarded Jeffrey Epstein files, blaming early case failures on previous administrations. It is a calculated promise of transparency, offered by an administration currently facing intense criticism for operating with zero accountability and allegations of deep corruption. The oversight hearing proved that if a director purges career professionals, weaponizes internal operations, and abuses public funds without consequence, the ultimate casualty is the safety and trust of the American public.